My name's Juliet Burnett, and I'm in the film Samsara of Garin Nugroho in the Indonesia Bertutur Festival, and that's why I'm here in Bali right now. I think the must-read book to me is by the Buddhist monk Pema Chodron. It really changed my life, so that's why I nominate this book. It's very difficult for me to think of just one book when I read so many of them, but this one had such a huge impact on me and I refer to it a lot. It's called When Things Fall Apart, and it's talking about, in a very easy to follow way, how to navigate times of pain and struggle, and to learn to sit inside the pain and deal with it in a very healthy way. And even though it's a Buddhist monk authoring it, it's not at all religious. It's very universal and very easy to follow and very healing to read. So I really think everybody should read it. It's non-fiction, so it's like, I mean, for want of a better word, it's a self-help book, but it's really sharing the wisdom of the Zen Buddhist teachings. I think we can all do with slowing down and pausing and not rushing out of moments that are difficult, whether it's just every day or whether it's a big life problem. I think we can all slow down and experience even the darker moments in life with a lot more acceptance and clarity. And I think that that's why it's important for people to read. Yeah, me especially. I'm so busy. I have 4 projects on the go at the moment. And I'm so used to being busy all the time that I feel strange when I don't have something to do. And for this reason, I think it's very important to be conscious about taking those moments. And I mean, that's the role that reading has in my life, is very powerful, because that's the time to switch off your phone, switch off the computer, and just be there with all of this beautiful paper, to smell it and to touch it and to read it, and just to have a moment just for you and the book, and to have this world in the palm of your hand. And I think that that's also a really important part of the slowing down. A lot of the time the books, to be honest, a lot of the time the books that I'm reading are research for my projects. So I have several books that I've inherited from my parents and family in Indonesia, talking about Javanese culture, and I do a lot of reading of those when I'm researching my work, because my work tends to always have a Javanese cultural aspect to it. So yeah, reading is part of the development process, the creative development process for me. So there's that time that is, I guess, integrated into my work to read. But I do make time, just before bed usually is the best time, because you switch off the screen, which you shouldn't have with you in bed anyway, and then just you and the book. And I think that is a very important connecting moment, or by the pool or at the beach, or any of those times when you're supposed to be relaxing. To have a book with you is really important. I was going through a really difficult stage in my life, and I was recommended it by a friend. They said, I think this will change your life, and it did. So now when I have other friends who are going through struggles, then I always recommend this book. That's another beautiful thing about sharing, whether it's literature or artworks or music or something, is that you can pass on this message of like hope and healing, and we can collectively heal through all of these creative outlets. Someone's written a beautiful book, and then it's there for you to absorb and to experience something from that and to heal. I think all of these festivals in Indonesia are so important to share culture in a very accessible way. As we know, dance and music and literature, wayang, and even the selamatan to an extent. Like, they're also embedded in the Indonesian culture, whether you're in Bali or Jawa or Sumatra. But sometimes it's not always accessible to a wider scope of people to experience. So a festival makes it really easy to go, oh, this is on here, this is on there, I'll go to that and experience that. And to have it all conveniently in one place or at a similar time, then I think that makes it really accessible, particularly for the tourists visiting like Bali at this moment. It's really great to see so many of them come to experience some Indonesian culture and experience the places of Bali in a very different way. It's a lot more authentic because it's created by Indonesian people as well. I think that this is really, really valuable, and to keep these festivals going, I think they just need so much more support to be able to run, so that the danger always is when it becomes too commercial, too mainstream, and then the curators have to answer to that by booking acts that are not necessarily the artists that need the leverage for an opportunity like this. So getting that financial and government, whatever support is really, really crucial for these festivals.